These cocky giants, though they could intimidate Canelo Alvarez with their size. You'll soon see that was a big mistake.
Down he goes to the body, and that should do it.
It's over.
That is it.
It's over.
Oh, well, he's caught him with the left hand, and his balance went completely, and the referee waves it.
Blocking those shots, believe me.
Oh, and a 1-2.
Get ready to witness the greatest fighter of the 2000s tens brutally crush above-average-sized rats. Let's go. Daniel Jacobs, May 4th, 2019. Canelo Alvarez, already the biggest star in boxing, was welcomed to the Madison Square Garden in a showdown to unify his IBF, WBA, WBC middleweight belts. That night, the superstar faced a formidable test in the ring against the uncrackable Daniel Jacobs.
The man that's going to dethrone Canelo Alvarez.
A warrior from Brooklyn with an honest nickname, the Miracle Man.
I ain't never backed down from a challenge in my life. I'm from Brownsville. I never ran and I never...
Jacobs was a true menace in gloves and had a penchant for coming back to dominate fights. He was losing, boasting the IBF belt. Jacobs did everything he could to draw attention to himself and unsettle Canelo. Alvarez, Jacobs' interviews were filled with jabs, often insulting Canelo's physique and confidently promising to silence the crowd with his performance.
Let's do this Saturday night, period. All this weighing, bumping me with that big-ass head, it's time to put on. I'm gonna talk with my fist tomorrow.
For Jacobs, the contest was his biggest opportunity, while Canelo remained unshaken, despite putting all his middleweight belts at stake.
I see fear, and that was fear right there, what he did.
Strategy. Good defense to the outclassed, and he's tried the body early. So too Jacobs there.
Canelo just seems to be in control.
It's stuck in him out at the moment. Jacobs comes back with a right hand, but Alvarez is away in his huge weight advantage in there tonight. But remember,
from the first round, the moment was electric.
Jacobs with these body jab in.
And he's on his back foot constantly, really getting anything going himself, Jacobs.
Good work there from... Felt it slightly in an uppercut.
Well on his back foot, he's looking for the counter.
He's got the big fight delivered.
There's an argument that is correct, a correct statement. I mean, Canelo trying to...
Danny Jacobs did 12 round at that jab through as well.
Both men traded shots at close range, prompting roars from the crowd.
You know, when you get into your 30s, you slow down physically. Just constantly got Jacobs on his back foot.
Yeah, just missing that. Mexicans that are...
He's been at middleweight longer.
High, he's known for left up to the body, but
in the middle now. Canelo.
Look how solid he looks.
Alvarez. As he got that from Alvarez, the right hand partially blocked that body shot through it. Jacobs
can't afford to make a mistake, Jacobs. Jacobs, you can just see that Canelo, that right.
And it's the electric pace of...
Jacobs managed to force Canelo on the back foot.
For the New Yorker, in his...
Very, very good. His upper torso movement is becoming much more improved.
Jacobs, he's trying desperately hard to get something going right now.
I don't know if he's run out of ideas or he just can't really try.
Probably most of these rounds. Jacobs still very much in this. Utilised the whole ring and moved.
I don't think there's anything really clean though. There's no
speedy shots. That was excellently blocked.
Well, quality block
from Alvarez with his back to the rope.
If he doesn't meet him as he comes to throw combos, good head movement. Canelo's so clever with a counter. Such a tough task. And he's starting to get and the punching power. Good head movement.
It's mightily impressive. Here comes Jacobs though, trying to rip it up.
Put it in front of each other. The normal process of pro boxing to slow down after round 6-7 because it's hard in front of the rope. Nothing real clean landing, but
yeah, the defence from Alvarez. Quite as much meat in them. Of Alvarez. He's always had a fight. Jacobs for a couple of good body shots. Didn't seem to have any effect. And back Alvarez.
Heads and popping shots. It's all coming from Canelo.
I have to disagree.
Pockets of fire that we hope for. And Alvarez now with a combination. Coming off those 3 victories over Luis Arias, Maciej Zaleski, Sergey to win the day here in the battle. Standing firm. And they're right to the body as well. Attempting to A lot of Brits have travelled over just to be here. It's a classic encounter.
You know, he's taking a lot out.
He's just so good.
Trying to apply the pressure, good counter.
Jacobs just getting a bit sloppy there. He can't stand there and be ponderous. That's a problem for him.
Whipping in the left hook to the body against Jared Fletcher in New York many years ago. Alvarez again. Really any evidence?
Yeah, he's getting backed up and pushed around now by Canelo as he lands. No alls and ahs in this arena, and there's a lot of fans for Canelo. Canelo is going to be in front of him all night.
Really trying to let his fist fly now.
This is good from Jacobs and Canelo back to the head movement, just slipping and sliding.
Movement is not as fluid as Alvarez. Just putting his middle of the ring and engage. This is what we want to see.
Because at the minute, the strength of Canelo just looks to be dominating.
Alvarez, excellent though. And back he comes. And here.
Good work now, back and forth between both men. Jacobs for the first time able to push Canelo back.
Canelo successfully ate Jacobs' biggest shots, then stepped up his work rate.
There's a difference here.
Jacobs getting his jab going. Alvarez
have given him a real chill. And he knows he's had some success in that last round.
Alvarez, this is better, back behind the jab.
Canelo, very clever, landing the odd right hand cheeky jab.
He looked terrific for many rounds at the beginning of the fight. Jacobs,
to separate them, they really are that good and that evenly matched.
That's a good point. Looks in his corner, you know they're both going to embrace. And they both.
As effective, he's not throwing it out as much, he's not throwing it sharp, and it's allowing Jacobs now to get some shots off himself.
Arms here. Good defense.
They're both feeling the pace. You can see that Jacobs is feeling the pace there, Dave.
I think Jacobs is...
Alvarez showing a good chin. A slip there. The left hook was classy.
Shows now where Jacobs, if he's going to build on the bit of success he's had in the last couple of rounds, he needs to press it home, but combination. And if this carries on,
body shots and a lovely combination.
He's able to sit in range now in front of Canelo without worrying about what's hurting him or hitting him, and he's able to fire straight back.
Can be made. I'm sure everybody will be delighted. As expected, and here we go.
This is what you like.
Right hand from Alvarez, and has that added quality with a beautiful up to take a little gap. Body shot from Jacobs. This
was good, but it only came at the end of the round, and it came a bit too late because Canelo.
Physically, he looks powerful. Back comes Alvarez,
and here back into this fight.
Last 6 minutes.
He's on the clock for 2 minutes. And now he's having a look, he's closing that distance. He needs to stop them tight decisions and arguable decisions between all three of them. There's really nothing to separate.
Be put on the line here. Alvarez was there for the first half. Decent defense from Jacobs. The Mexican Farah Club. Jacobs still pressing forward. Some block there. Will this be catching the eye? With a really terrific effort in that eye-catching left hand. Jacobs now back to orthodox, backing up Alvarez.
At the end of 12 rounds, all three judges scored the bout for Alvarez, giving him a unanimous decision victory.
Jacobs still pressing forward. Some block there. Will this be catching the eye? With a really terrific effort.
Billy Joe Saunders, May 8th, 2021 at the home of the Dallas Cowboys in front of 70,000 fans. Canelo, being the unquestionable #1 fighter on the planet, made a wider quest to become undisputed champion. Having collected 4 of the 5 belts at the division, British fighter Billy Joe Saunders held the missing belt. Saunders was undefeated with a 30-0 record, but it was the sheer disrespect shown by Saunders, his father, and new trainer Tyson Fury towards Canelo that made this fight so intriguing.
Keep sucking Canelo off, and when my boy, Billy Joe Saunders, gives him an absolute boxing lesson and knocks him out, you're going to have egg on your face, pal. You're back in the wrong horse. You're back in the Mexican over the Brit. You sausage.
Beyond being banned for domestic violence, advice, and steroids. Before the fight, Billy Joe acted extremely arrogant, finally meeting in the ring. At the start, Saunders showed he was more than just taunts, landing solid jabs.
That number jumps into high 60 beyond the jab to win this fight.
BJ out.
No, I was surprised. You know, son, Canelo said that.
Carl, how much different do you... He doesn't want to throw anything because he knows that left cross will be coming back. He's in the danger zone when he... Tell the crowd will roar every... That's right, judges. That did look aggressive. Back to Billy Joe up there into the...
Really sharp with that right hand.
You joining us in over 200. Also in the United Kingdom. Good luck.
Heavy body shot landed by Canelo.
Canelo took him down and unload it with a power shot.
Canelo looking for
Just needs to keep behind Canelo when he moves in. Yes. But you have to do it for 12 rounds. Relentless.
Going to do it when I think he's going to do. However, Talk Billy Joe Saunders has given it, knock him out. The difference, power of the punches immediately to overwhelm Billy Joe. Just immediately. Carl, anytime a southpaw fights in Brooklyn, it is, yeah, trying to get the foot on. You know, sometimes stand with these southpaws. But Billy Joe has got to concentrate. These big shots from Canelo, not really.
There it is again, to the body.
Crowd has come up. Each of Canelo's at least 70 days from one another. That's an extremely high level of activity.
Knife fight.
To close the distance, start breaking the distance down.
Canelo said the secret to his success. It's hard work for Billy Joe to 32-foot ring as he suggested. In fact, he claimed he would go. He affects instantly. You can tell Billy Joe, Canelo makes a small feint and he gets a reaction. And that's when the guy knows.
All these fighters will... Canelo doubled up on that.
Hear these shots.
Spider's reluctant to throw punches. Sergey Kovalev, one of the best in his division, against Canelo because he knew if he did, what was
geared to throw. Well, Saunders, you said that would be one of his
sneaky left hand. The left hand when it comes to the other left hand. You got to get respect.
A lot of power punches back.
Nice there for Billy Joe Saunders. Throw 3 or 4 shots, then get back off big shots. But it's Canelo who to just back him up like that. Straight power punches. He's certainly settling in.
That jab. Back up, Canelo. Something going with the combination, just like that.
Together, get some work, catch his eyes. Don't just sit there and so. In 2019.
Saunders was feeling confident he could pull off an upset.
The Caleb Plant, but a long way to go. We're in round 4.
An uppercut that just missed the chin.
Straight right hand from Canelo to the body.
But Canelo switched up the burners, and it was death for the cocky Brit.
Came flying out of BJ Saunders there.
Fighter shake no. He said yes, you got it. Together. He's rather more effective.
This is a good round by BJ Saunders.
They were closing with them power shots. Billy not get caught with anything.
I agree with Carl with the last round with Saunders. Did absorb some body shots, the distance, and landed some good shots.
Hurtful, draining. They eventually catch up with you. And there's another one.
Ribs, and that takes energy out.
Nice. If he can do more than double jabs, then
and Saunders has this lead with the fight in his favor.
Canelo said it's going to take me a while to position. Then Canelo in the ring.
Clever. I mean, he uses his angles. He's
nice left hook.
In position to punch. This is what I want to see.
And not fighting with confidence.
He is so sure I'd be fighting with my hands down foot ring, which is the biggest ring.
He's a little relentless. He doesn't go.
Good defense there from Billy. Do that body shot. He's working in on Canelo. 20 seconds to go.
More confidence.
Heavy punches. Big hit.
Halfway through the fight turned on its head. Canelo was now leading full charge and stunning Saunders at will.
Changing, or do you think it's a one-off?
No, I actually need to see with such a...
Saunders did it over these last 2 rounds of momentum back.
Canelo, because I gave a shot just in the close round. Can't argue for that. This is evidentially the powerful wants to back the boxer up to the body or head. Canelo's looking for the big shot. Billy needs to be busy. His hands go. It's by Canelo. You don't too often. Doing the job defensively inside.
Good catch and counter by Saunders, but with the jab, smart jab, just like that.
Too soon, but this is Billy Joe Saunders.
This is great work.
He's relaxed. He said himself when he's on. He needs to be busy with the copy. He's putting the ring off Canelo. Pressure. Billy Joe Saunders can relax till them big shots come. Landed on the chin. Saunders shook. Stick. That's a Tyson Fury move. Mind games. You see at the start of the round, he's on.
He makes you keep your punches holding. Explosive counter puncher, Canelo.
7 scheduled for 12. This is for the Unified Championship of the World. It is a competitive fight. Some be a walkover for Canelo. To absorb them.
I would love to see him catching.
Well, he did that catch and ground with that body shot and then up to the head.
Joe Saunders is letting his hand more than any opponent I've seen since he's been out. They're not as impactful.
Roy Jones Jr. again. Roy, what are you seeing?
Right now, the time to throw more punches. He's landing that jab. He hit Canelo with a few good body shots, something nobody expected, including Todd, just a little bit.
Almost in an instant, but Billy Joe still.
Listen, sophisticated behind that jab. Use all angles, escaping.
Roy Jones.
Canelo making it very difficult for big shots. And that...
Work output of Canelo. Look at these big shots. Himself, he's planting his feet. He's not for me.
He's down. I think
really close. Those power shots, they're missing.
4 to lose rounds or give up an inch. Inch for inch, punch for punch.
I think he's definitely trying to giving him different looks, staying on them. He's not returning much.
If power punches, wish for, he's going to have to be busier. 66 to Canelo. He had a great stick. 66 Canelo.
You see Canelo landing biggies here.
And look, the right eye. Troops here at AT&T Stadium.
Breaks down opponents are weary of the stroke.
He's like a matador. Well, that's the power from
Billy Joe Saunders.
That's because he's worried about the power.
Exactly.
He's not
Canelo.
Yeah, Billy Joe needs to the corner and regroup.
The end was not like anyone had expected. The once overconfident Saunders folded in his timbers and resigned, asking not to step back.
Knocked him out. And it is over. They have stopped the fight. They have stopped the fight. It is over. Canelo gets the knockout.
Saunders made millions from the fight, retired, and gained a lot of weight. On his quest to become a 4-division champion, Canelo faced another British fighter. Callum Smith has everything physically that Bivol has, and then some. He is taller and has a longer reach. He is a technical fighter as well. Since defeating George Groves in the final of the World Boxing Super Series, Callum Smith had made 2 successful defenses and was seen as the best super middleweight in the division. From the start of the fight, Callum was trying to repel the shorter Canelo with his jabs, but it didn't take long for Canelo to enter the pocket and start the demolitions.
Canelo Alvarez.
And we have been talking about the possibility of this fight. Teofimo Lopez, Canelo Alvarez sensed weakness when he fought Rocky Fielding, and he went in this pace against. Be interesting to see if he is accepting of that pace in this fight.
Callum knows them, that's why he's not committing to them.
In this weight class, there is something to going in and fighting event. It can sap you a sword. Trying to measure him, and there's a jab landing.
That left hook is exactly what's
Alzagi back in London, so we've got you covered. Land a bit more than Callum Smith. We believe able to show a little something. You're shaking your head, Chris. You disagree?
I had Callum Smith.
Did you really?
You know, we're in Texas. We like the man coming forward, and you know, a couple of he threw a little bit
every round.
Ryan, we've got to get to round 3
right away. I'm just surprised. I didn't know, but at least it points out. Again, Callum Smith, he will fight, but he does not use that long stick to keep his man here tonight. Long jab there by Smith, and he gets very cautious tries with the right hand. Of Callum Smith, able to peer deeply in front of him. He tries, snaps back the head of Callum Smith, and Canelo blocked. Most of that first round, according to the entire round, and you would figure that would favor the 6'3" Callum Smith. Callum Smith could be in for a very rough night. You're right, Sergey.
It's cagey couple of rounds to start with. Smith needs to be more assertive with that jab.
There's some anti-UK figure. Well, look, you did fell well in England. Canelo trying to cut off.
Doesn't always have to be long and strong. It could be.
Canelo is just, he's not only just jab again in the right. Sergio, he's closing the gap now.
He's been closing the gap and stepping on each other right now. This is what Canelo could explode.
Smith smartly employed uppercuts, but Canelo ate them, charging forward and wanting to eviscerate Smith with every shot.
Instead of baiting him with that compensated, and Canelo hit him with that left hook.
Hard right hand.
The fight and fall off balance.
He needs to stand and he needs to trade and land combinations, and that's dangerous against Canelo. Shot from Canelo with the hook at 154. He really brings the power to this.
He's muscular and he's explosive. Very good at counter punching.
Smith just trying to put a punch out there to use as a blinder and keep Sergio uppercut in this round, but he can't take too many shots.
His weapon is an uppercut. Of course,
he did so in round 3. We open up now round 5.
It's going to be an important round for Callum Smith right here.
What is coming back? Chris Mannix, we're going to go to your score.
In that first round, but since then, it has been all
by Canelo Alvarez in a hard hook. Callum Smith lands an uppercut. He tries the uppercut again, and he was close.
Yeah, we've seen the head move out of it here in this round.
And it's underrated, Sergio, because he's not dead. Demetrius Andrade, who has a middleweight belt, is with us as well on our broadcast team. So you say he's not looking to win? I think that's a little harsh, but I know what he's saying, Sergio. So they took this opportunity, even though style-wise,
fighter in action in Canelo, dictating the pace, landing the bigger shots.
First 2 rounds.
Canelo does to opponents, even to big guns.
Gareth Davies and Joe Calzaghe in London, fellas.
He's trying again here, Joe, and this is much better.
He's loaded up with big hooks to the body in the head. And
this is great. This is it. This is it. Back to you guys.
Look, Callum Smith, 1985. He threw over 850 jabs in one of the top former light heavyweight champion of the world, man who knocked out in Callum Smith here in the 6th round.
Yeah, Callum Smith not only he can't push Canelo back. This entire Callum Smith hasn't imposed his size or his will coming forward for Callum Smith.
Also, Sergio, nice uppercut there by Callum. Even when he blocked that right hand, that's a good uppercut from Canelo, it drove him back.
So easily like Canelo, it's because there's any openings. He hasn't gotten respect from Callum
Smith the 5th round. And an even
on occasion, a judge may do that, but it's not.
Joshua, big uppercut to the knockout of Kovalev. Last night, Gennady Golovkin.
No question. I think Davis, it just doesn't look good for him here tonight.
He was able to drop this jaw.
Such a tight package coming at you. And then when you throw a shot, if
he doesn't let you, make you want to not punch.
Good combination there by Callum Smith. He gets a little more active. Nearly 2-1 for Canelo.
Look at that percentage, 60%.
Just missed that right hand. Doubling up. Good right hand there by him.
He rolled with that right hand.
They're popping on each other, laying the wood to each other, and if they both do that, it's an awful lot to do. Tries with the uppercut, but he waits till he's in range. Nice right hand by Smith and an uppercut. It has been mostly Canelo Alvarez as he fires off and lands a right hand, and then back. So Smith fighting back in that last round. Canelo gets under the hook and goes to work. Uppercut is here. Smith
rolls with big punches, like he sees them a fraction, and they still connect, but he's able to land them, he's able to deflect them off.
That was a hard
one. A lot of Mexican fighters do that. Chavez used to do that.
Getting blood now pouring from his nose. He weighs in for Smith. Hard right hand, Smith is hurt. Buckled on the... Oh, the uppercut there.
Dangerous territory for him to be.
Callum Smith, the champion of the world, is getting busted up on the 30 seconds of the 9th round. Look at Smith go to work and try to drive, but you see just a little bit of give on Callum Smith. Right hand, he's hurt.
He's got his wits about him.
What are you laughing at, Chris?
Tell him, Steve.
No, Steve. Mannix, round 10. And you wonder, have you guys fought this? Were you at that point?
No, Callum Smith is hurt, and I'm with Steve Smoker here. That wasn't a knockdown. I don't pummel. I'll give you that.
I hear you. No, I didn't think it was a knockdown either. Hard shots there point, where if you're in the corner of Callum Smith, you think it's one, or maybe 2 rounds here. Hard shots again.
Interesting. Callum Smith, Canelo Alvarez.
It's because he has the legs, he has the freshness. We've seen him do a little dance like 3 rounds ago. I've never seen Canelo dance either.
Smith was hurt by that shot to the body, to the side, just walking comfortably to Callum Smith. Let's go to Joe Calzaghe. Joe, would you give any thought to stopping this fight?
Yeah, I think it's told. It's a lot hard.
It's a world title fight. Normally the thought is somebody gets Jones in this 10th round. Hard right hand by Alvarez and a body shot. Smith drops his hands low for a moment to suck in some air. We're now in the 11th round, and Callum Smith is taking a beating.
Look, I see Callum Smith away, yes, withering away, but I don't see him weakening. I don't see it the fight. See, he's punching. You got to give a champion the benefit of the doubt.
Smith firing back off by Canelo. Body shots as well. Be getting better and better.
Yeah, I mean, good chin he had. Back in the day, from his early fights, fighting Jose
doing everything he can. But this is a different animal.
Right hand of Smith on the forehead. That buckled his knees.
Another right hand after the hook. Smith fights back. That was borderline low. Maybe it was low. Not built that way, Sergey. Right? No, he's just too game.
He's way too game.
Not a perfect round. The middleweight championship of the world. Canelo Alvarez comes out fighting.
And Canelo has bullied to try to close the show.
Canelo's going for it here. You can see hard right hand. Even the body shots too, and that's a lot of will and conditioning. He is trying to move in with the jab and get close. Smith able to get out and say, all right, I saw what you did. Nice try. That is not going to work.
So that's why the fans are looking at that.
You can't blame him. Hard footing right hand again. And a body shot from Canelo.
Well, we know Canelo has the 11th.
Final 30 seconds. Callum did everything he could in this fight.
The end of the fight was conclusive. Canelo had dominated. At the end, 12 rounds and won by unanimous decision to become a 4-division champ.
Division 154, 160, and he should be the super middleweight champion of the world. Bivol.
And at 168, you would be shots in the uppercuts were the best thing that Canelo did. Just pressuring the entire fight, not letting him get those hands go. Callum Smith is an excellent counterpuncher. He has one of the best jabs at super middle.
He looked tremendous here tonight against a very game.
Smith suffered a detached left bicep during the bout. Rocky Fielding, December 15, 2018. Canelo Alvarez stepped up 2 weight classes and faced off against the brash and confident Rocky Fielding.
Es un reto nuevo, subir de división, entrar en la zona de confort del campeón.
Carried himself with both swagger and belief. Undefeated for 5 consecutive years, Rocky Fielding was the reigning middleweight champ, and standing at 6'1" with a 75-inch reach, Rocky considered himself untouchable. Meanwhile, Canelo, at only 5'7.5 inches, was undeterred before the fight. But even before the fight, Rocky realized he had no chance and was eager for the biggest payday of his life and to fight in NYC.
He said, Canelo wants to fight you. I said, yeah. He said, yeah. So I said, let's do it.
So you said yes straight away?
Yeah.
Payday. You want payday. I know that.
Once the bell rang, Canelo had a lot to prove.
But they introduced the defending champion first.
Shows you who the man is. Tall enough to make that an advantage. You see him bending down already, and Canelo goes to the body.
This is what Rocky needs not to do. He needs to stay off the...
Canelo Alvarez is strong. He's versatile. He can hit you and hurt you with any shot. Little combination.
Straight. Normally he's bending down. He's bending down.
Rocky had one job: keep the distance to stand even the slightest chance.
Fielding, because he was bending over. Fielding is bent over at the waist. He fires back. He is game, even in the fight against Callum Smith.
Against the ropes. He won't win this fight against ropes, but he's doing the right.
Well, thinking he could exchange in the pocket with Canelo, a perfect left hook to the liver made him take a knee halfway through the first round.
Have the jab to keep Canelo Alvarez at bay. Does he have that stick?
Canelo was adopting the Mexican liver steak recipe.
168 plus pounds, because he weighs more now. He is just huge. It is one pro loss, but he is outgunned here.
Rocky may be the bigger man, but the bigger puncher.
And then goes with the uppercut.
You notice he's not doing the same thing over and over. Punches up, mix up the combinations, and that confuses your opponent.
Hard right hand.
The more Canelo dug, left hooks to the liver, the crowd winced and held their ribs.
There's Ralphie on his trunks. That's his 2-year-old son. The man can survive against one of the top fighters, if not the top fighter in the world.
You know what I like about Canelo? Right hand to the liver.
Hard right hand there.
In this championship fight.
Alvarez staying tight. Left hook and a right hand. Fielding tries to answer back. Hard right hand.
Shot. It's looping shots because those are blinding shots.
Hard hook by Canelo.
Canelo soon realized that to knock out the towering giant, he needed to break the foundation.
From Alvarez.
Right now, Canelo has seen a white canvas. As you see, he's marking up Rocky Fielding.
This is what I see also. This is the way you knock down a building.
You should be fighting at the end of the jab, staying off the ropes. Of course, it's easier said than done when you have a pit bull
to keep him at bay. That's not his style.
That is not his style. He's somewhat of a mover.
After the second knockdown, Fielding started to ask himself why I am even here.
He doesn't have the power to keep Canelo off of him.
No, he doesn't. Down he goes. Body shot, and he is being chopped down. 4, 5, 6. Fielding is looking to his corner. Hey! Jamie Moore looks back. Fielding.
Before the fight, everyone had predicted the bigger fighter to drag Canelo to a decision.
Slight delayed reaction, and it hurts.
Fielding fighting back as best he can, throwing some uppercuts and hooks.
But Canelo had different plans and wanted a quick night.
Hard shot, and another one by Canelo.
Canelo's fighting like the bigger man, landing vicious, powerful, thudding punches to the body.
Another hook, and a hook to the head by Fielding, but answered quickly by Alvarez in an uppercut. Fielding has got to be hurt. He was this game against Callum Smith.
He's going down.
He couldn't get out.
He's going down. Those shots are ripping him.
Fielding tries his right hook.
The way that Rocky is throwing his punches,
nothing is really driving Canelo back. He is able to dig in, plant, and fire. Fielding fires back.
Making him visit the canvas again, this time with a big right hand, Canelo put all the other middleweight champs at notice.
Maybe he's trying to get Canelo to
hard
wear
right
himself
hand,
out.
down he goes. Fielding looks back in his corner. Jamie Moore
5, 6,
says keep going.
7, 8.
He's back up.
Fielding, come to me.
The finishing sequence was the most conclusive single shot in history.
You hit like that.
Yeah, there's not much he can do. That was a headshot. Down he goes to the body, and that should do it.
It's over.
That is it.
It's over.
Ricky Gonzalez makes the brutal stoppage by Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Got me.
Yeah, how good is he? What makes him as good as he is?
He still come back. He was putting the shot together well.
Sergey Kovalev jumping up 2 weight classes. Canelo was out to win all belts from welterweight to light heavyweight. So a light heavyweight champ in the form of Sergey Kovalev took the Cinnamon Challenge. Nicknamed Crusher, Kovalev was coming off a brutal 11-round war with Anthony Yard less than 3 months before. Kovalev was great for his class, however, lacked discipline and always steered for trouble. Canelo's weakness has always been a good jab, and Kovalev has one of the best in the business. Analysts predicted it would be a 50-50 fight. At the onset, the much bigger man was using his size and range to deter Canelo.
Alvarez in the early stages here, just staying on the borderline.
When he throws his punch, Canelo sort of turns it to the moment. They just done Kovalev work. He's putting pressure on him. They'll actually do it.
Canelo's face blocking.
Problem knowing the fighter Canelo is, he's
right hand. Canelo has immediately let the left hook go. Change of angle could find a way through this defence.
Canelo's just making Kovalev work here. You know, these are shots he wants to do another one. I surprised someone of his experiences. You know, he's tucked up nice and tight. He's taking them shots.
But calm and collected, Canelo was slipping in good counters.
Just on the borderline of range, shifting to a kind of southpaw. Kovalev mainly just catching gloves there.
Good left hook. Every time he throws that right down, that left hook counter comes.
Combinations from Kovalev just catch.
You can see Canelo, he's just assessing it while making Kovalev work. You know, Kovalev Canelo back.
He's not in any discomfort. Just looking to shoot the jab there for Canelo.
Yeah, and he's not making a lower dent to him, and Canelo's just all part of the strategy. And the thing is, good left. Good left shot back by Kovalev.
10 or 15 seconds for Kovalev. Again, just dipping at the waist.
Halfway through, it became obvious Canelo was in against a tough opponent who was not willing to back down.
Down with the body shot. He sees. Good shot.
Kovalev to back up.
Yeah, it's just a thing that happens. Come close. It's a signature Kovalev shot.
There's a bit more to come from Kovalev. Just catches Canelo.
You know, this fight hasn't been fought at a high pace. That's a bit better by Canelo, but problem
taking a little bit of control of it. It hasn't happened.
No, he's not. He's looking for them single shots.
There's no doubt as to who.
But then again, it could work in Kovalev's favor. You know, we all know about it.
By round 10, everyone had Kovalev winning and dominating en route to a decision due to his size and jabs.
But then just a little bit.
He's showing that here tonight.
Effect. Looking to try and.
But at that moment, Canelo transformed into a different beast and aimed to shut out Kovalev's light, complete slipping and parrying.
It's right with a bit more aggression, more punches thrown.
Just jabbing off the back foot there. Kovalev, that was a good.
This is
trying to explode it.
Good shot.
Canelo's kryptonite left hook and a massive right hand crashed the giant into the ropes and almost out of the ring. The knockout was hypnotic to watch.
Oh, well, he's caught him with the left hand and his balance went completely and the referee waves this one over, and just like that, just as I was saying that the fight had never really caught.
At the time of the stoppage, cards were heading towards a draw, but Canelo shut up all doubts with that one knockdown.
And ends it! Wow! So a world title in a fourth.
Canelo versus Avni Yildirim, needing to defend all his belts at middleweight. Canelo faced the most dangerous, skilled, and feared opponent of his entire career, the mandatory Avni Yildirim, with immense physical strength, put fear into his opponents. Even David Benavidez wanted nothing to do with this guy and missed weight on purpose to duck fans of Canelo. Still remember being scared for his life heading into this fight. At the onset, the giant Yildirim became like a scared chicken, shelling up and refusing to throw.
Sergey. Absolutely, but he's going to start it off with the uppercuts to get those elbows up, just like he did there. Hands and normally he starts off real aggressively. He's dropped fighters before.
Right on the belt line goes Canelo to engage.
Canelo for Yildirim to come out really.
But Canelo was chipping away at him, although taking caution.
And maybe this is a strategy that they're implementing.
Yeah, part of the reason he's called, or was called, Mr. Robot, is that it keeps that guard.
Yildirim's going to let that right hand go. So far it's been a jab fest from the Turkish Wolf.
It's coming back. It's 15 per round, according to CompuBox.
Nice uppercut with the right hand.
Nicknamed Mr. Robot, Yildirim lost his controls that night.
For Canelo.
That's one of them. Anthony Jarrell landed 43% of his power punches, Chris 1% of his power punches.
And again with a left uppercut. Yildirim's got to get busy. And it's a stationary target. Boy, he wants that left hook to the liver, doesn't he?
Yildirim is not letting his punches go. That's the only thing. He's more explosive.
Again, uppercut, right hand.
Once Yildirim opened up, Canelo added extra power, his punches sounding like bullets.
And right.
You think that's an early game plan or just something he's learning on the fly, that those are the punches that are landing?
That's the punch that's going to land, especially when you have a high guard like Yildirim does.
Eddie Renault's strategist in boxing, it's clear that he is looking hard.
But how much longer can he stick around if he just keeps absorbing all these uppercuts and body shots?
That was a vicious left hook to the liver by Canelo.
Right on the belt line. And there was the right hand, a swing and a miss.
The challenger, pressing forward overconfidently, ate a big right that sat him on his butt.
As Canelo continues to land those lefts to the body.
That right hand from Yildirim scored.
Though Yildirim's blocking those shots, believe me.
Oh, and 1-2, and down goes Yildirim.
Trying to laugh it off.
He's trying to laugh it off.
The fastest knockout Canelo has had.
Canelo teed off on him and pieced him apart with an insane combination.
Can he beat it tonight?
He senses the end. Downstairs, upstairs, Yildirim not firing back. Look at Canelo just piecing him apart. There's a counter left, finally, from Avni. Yildirim is hurt to the body. Canelo should keep digging, doubling up downstairs. And again, a straight right. That shot inside of the body. Yildirim will go down again. He's hurt. Miami, Florida.
Guys tend to revert back to what they know when they get into a firefight. This looks a lot like the Yildirim I saw against He punches back when you get clipped.
And he's letting Canelo sit down on these punches, Sergio.
Well, as a bigger man, he's allowed to let Canelo get a little...
Refusing to step back in for round 4, Yildirim's corner called for the end, and the terrifying display by Canelo made the giant choose the embarrassment rather than more torture.
No mas from Avni Yildirim, and this was just a pound.
Yildirim showed all the resistance of an ice cream under the summer sun. Perhaps his tactic was to hurt Canelo's hands with his face.
Yeah, the new and improved Avni.
Alvarez later stated that he had contracted COVID-19 prior to the fight and only had 1 month to train.
Menos de 5, menos 5, 3 por ahí. Yo no vi el 3, pero el cuarto se rindió. Sí, no, ya no quiso. No, pues es que no. Es que yo, entre más round pasan, yo me voy volviendo más cabrón, entonces.
When going against giants, Canelo cleverly sets up the jab with a simple trick. He hides it in his high guard, and Canelo maintains a seemingly unthreatening high guard and gradually closes the distance from where he unleashed painful body shots. And the big right hand.
Right uppercut continues to land. There's a perfect synergy in every goal.
Those are all of the moments when Canelo destroyed cocky giants. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and comment below which fight was your favorite. This was Fighting is Art. Goodbye and have a good day.